Guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an article titled Singles Who Are Satisfied with Their Friends Are Less Likely to Desire a Relationship Partner. And guys, this whole article is about a research study that has been done recently and to no surprise found out that a lot of people that are single and have a great group of friends, like real friends, not bullshit friends, real friends that have their back, they can rely on their true inner circle, guess what? Are a lot happier in life, and they don't quite have this strong desire and craving to get a romantic partner, whether it be a serious boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband. Isn't that interesting? And this is definitely a growing trend, guys, as time is going on, particularly with guys learning what they've learned, knowing what they know, thanks to all these great books out there and channels on YouTube and things like that, really talking about just how things really are with regards to marriage and relationships and female nature, basically learning all the red pill stuff and things like that, And no joke, the numbers are just increasing more and more as time goes on. There's a few statistics that I'll show you guys. And I've talked about this before, but it's nice to hear an actual research done proving what things that have been talked about for a while, more in theory, is showing, okay? And it's great to hear, so I figured you guys would really enjoy this. So, starts off, single individuals tend to have a lower desire for a romantic relationship when they are more socially satisfied and place their friends higher in their life priorities, according to new research published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships. The population of singles is on the rise, and very few seem to care. In the United States alone, Pew notes that the share of married adults aged 18 and older has declined from 72% in 1960 to 50% in 2016. Of course, many talk about the shift per se, but very few discuss the characteristics of this growing population, said researcher Eliakim Kislev of the School of Public Policy at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. 72% down to 50%. That's huge, guys. And I'd say it says about the whole married thing. I think it's even more, to be honest with you. I think it needs to be updated, but okay. Still, that's a very large leap. And this is just growing and growing as time goes on. I can't imagine what things are going to be like in 20 years with how things are going right now. It's good to hear. Goes on, the guy's quote is saying, I believe that it is important to study how relationship desire appears in singles' lives, how their lives look like. Being single myself, I know that there are new communities of singles, new ways of life, and new patterns of behavior that we must acknowledge and research. In this particular research, I focus on the group of singles who are not seeking relationships. I estimate that this group to be around 20% of the total population of singles. For his study, Kislev examined data from the German Panel Analysis of Intimate Relationships and Family Dynamics, a longitudinal study of more than 12,000 individuals and their partners, parents, and children. As part of the survey, single participants were asked the degree to which they agreed or disagreed with the statement, I would like to have a partner. The survey also assessed how satisfied the participants were with their friends and level of social contact and the relative importance of friends in their life. After controlling the factors such as age, health, education, employment, income satisfaction, and number of children, Kislev found that the importance of friends and social satisfaction were correlated with the degree of choosing singlehood. My findings show that people that desire relationships at higher levels tend to assign their friends lower importance and are less satisfied with their social lives. And vice versa. Singles with less relationship desire think their friends are more important and are more satisfied with their social lives, he told SciPost. Isn't that interesting? So in other words, the married people are miserable and their friends are at the bottom of the list, and a lot of times for the guys, their friends that may have been single, their wives have definitely done their part to push those guys away. Notice that for any of you guys that either are married or been married, I'm sure you've noticed that your wives at some point try to get you to distance yourself from the single friends of yours. Why? Because they see them as a threat. Those guys can give you bad ideas. So, and that's why I end up hanging out with just married people all the time and married people with kids. And yes, like attracts like, birds of a feather flock together. Married people tend to hang out with other married people and with the kids and all that. But even still, Like my different friends that have gotten married, I don't see them as much anymore. That's just how it is. Okay? Versus the guys that are single. But guess what? A lot of them are unhappy as hell, and it's really a shame. On the other hand, the guys that are single and definitely have had some life experience and understand all this, they're happy as long as they've got a purpose, a reason to get up every morning, to something to pursue and goals to pursue, make decent money. They have good social lives and stuff like that. They're happy. They're having a good time, and they don't ever want to go back to being married or anything serious ever again because they've learned. Or there are some guys that are actually learned early on, and they're never going to do it. At least they claim that, but we'll see about that. Continues. In short, these results show that singles with low relationship desire are more social and derive greater support from their friends. These findings also defy common negative perceptions of singles with low relationship desire as having social difficulties. Yeah, that's all bullshit. How many times do you see movies and shows where they show the single people all lonely and depressed and will I ever find the one or something crap like, we're coming up. Today is November 9th, I believe, or November 8th. So pretty soon we're going to start seeing all those corny Hallmark Christmas movies coming about. I know Netflix has made a shitload of them. And these are pretty much always the same story about some single guy or some single girl, and they're all alone and unhappy, and they find that magical one before Christmas, and they live happily ever after. There's always a negative connection between people that are single versus people that are in a relationship. And interestingly enough, what you see on the TV movies is the exact opposite of reality. The people that generally are single and have good lives are happy. Meanwhile, the married ones are unhappy. But you see the opposite on TV and movies. It continues on. Longitudinally, single participants who report an increase in their level of social satisfaction and the relative importance of friendships from 1 year to the following one showed a decrease in their desire to find a partner. In his book, Happy Singlehood, The Rising Acceptance of Celebration of Solo Living, Kislev finds that single people, especially those who have been single for a long time, have more extensive social networks than do their married peers, which can help buffer singles against feelings of loneliness. But there still is much to learn about the social life of singles. He says, I would be happy to know more about the social net of singles. It might well be that singles with low relationship desire transfer some of the assumed responsibilities of the nuclear family to their network of friends. And I want to know more about how it looks like and what shapes communities of singles these days, Kislev said. Yeah, your best friends, for some people, and they end up becoming your family. Seriously, they become your family without all the drama. Because let's be honest here, we're coming up on the holidays, and during non-COVID times, we'd have Thanksgiving coming up in a couple weeks, and then Christmas, and all the other Hanukkah, and all these other holidays that people get together with family. And most of the time, people dread getting together with their families because oftentimes there's always some drama or BS going on, and just they don't enjoy it. Hence, that's why the stereotype everybody gets drunk during those holidays just to be able to bear and deal with mom and dad or the brothers or sisters, whatever. Not all like that, but a lot, versus getting together with your friends and the drama's gone and it's just having a good time. They got your back and it's easy. Your friends truly become your close circle becomes more your family than your actual family. It's amazing. He says we should ask how the new singles create communities, how they derive social support from their friends and wider family, and how these new constructs relate to their overall well-being over their lifespan. I believe the population of singles deserves more attention as such. I will even dare to say that we need to accept and embrace solo living more. Chasing after having a partner is fine as long as it is in line with our true goals, not those of our family or the society around us, Kislev added. The study, How do relationships desire and sociability relate to each other among singles? That was published in June 24th of 2020. So all this is relatively new. But again, guys, it goes to show you that the singlehood, it is really growing. And it's amazing, those numbers from 1960, I believe it was, 70% were getting hitched beyond 18, to now it's 50%. That's huge. And more people are waking up. And it isn't just guys, by the way. It isn't just men that are waking up to realize that, hey, you know what? Marriage is not exactly what it's cracked up to be, or some of these serious relationships that people get into for the wrong reasons are not what they're cracked up to be, and realize the single life, where basically your friends are in a way are like your family. You got your goals, your purpose, and for those that do dating and all that stuff like that, they casually date, they meet someone, they have a good time and hang out, hook up, all that, and maybe they become a serial monogamist. They enjoy themselves, and when it kind of runs its course, they move on to the next one. End of story. And they're a lot happier. And again, that's what I want to see people be, happier, because life's short. And a lot of people, some of you guys watching this, they send me emails and talk to me through the emails or comments. They're miserable in their marriages, or they were once miserable. Now they're out and they're free. They got a second chance, clean slate, and they're happy as can be. And it's awesome. So for any of you guys watching this right now, guess what? The research is showing that the single life ain't so bad compared to what is being showed on movies and TV. But as I've said more times than I can remember, it's all bullshit. So good news to hear this, and that things have definitely are changing. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. It's a quick video, but I thought you'd like the article. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.